Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhare Jashodanandana Dadadana Ranjana Jamuna Tera Vanatsare Yamuna Tera Vanatsare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhare Jashodanandana Bradajana Ranjana Jamuna Tera Vanatsare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Vallabha Radha Vallabha Radhe. Jagannath Jagannath Baladeva Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranidhai 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 Gauranidhai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada. Nirago Haribol 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 Go Haribol. Nirago Haribol 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 Haribol. Jai Sisi Radha Vallabha ki, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Sisi Gaura Nidhai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nidhai Gaura Vimanande. Nice. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaivam Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashta Prayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatirutama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki. So we are reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. This is chapter 9, chapter 19. King Yayati achieved liberation. So this is the first paragraph. I'm going to read it. This 19th chapter describes how Maharaj Yayati achieved liberation after he recounted the figurative story of the he-goat and she-goat. After many, many years of sexual relationships and enjoyment in the material world, King Yayati finally became disgusted with such materialistic happiness. Once satisfied with material enjoyment, he devised a story of a he-goat and she-goat, corresponding to his own life, and narrated a story before his beloved Devayani. Their story is as follows. Once upon a time, while a goat was searching in a forest for different types of vegetables to eat, by chance he came to a well in which he saw a she-goat. He became attracted to this she-goat and somehow or other delivered her from the well. And thus they were united. One day thereafter, when the she-goat saw the he-goat enjoying sex with another she-goat, she became angry, abandoned the he-goat, and returned to her Brahmana owner, to whom she described her husband's behavior. The Brahmana became very angry and cursed the he-goat to lose his sexual power. Thereupon the he-goat begged the Brahmana's pardon and was given back the power for sex. Then the he-goat enjoyed sex with the she-goat for many years, but still he was not satisfied. If one is lusty and greedy, even the total stock of gold in this world cannot satisfy one's lusty desires. These desires are like fire. One may pour clarified butter on a blazing fire, but one cannot expect the fire to be extinguished. To extinguish such a fire, one must adopt a different process. The Shastra therefore advised that by intelligence and renounce the life of enjoyment, that by intelligence one renounce the life of enjoyment. Without great endeavor, those with a poor fund of knowledge cannot give up some enjoyment, especially in relation to sex, because a beautiful woman bewilders even the most learned man. King Yayati, however, renounced worldly life and divided his property among his sons. He personally adopted the life of a mendicant or sannyasi, giving up all that attraction to material enjoyment and engaged himself fully in devotional service to the Lord. Thus he attained perfection. Later, when his beloved wife Devayani was freed from her mistaken way of life, she also engaged herself in devotional service of the Lord. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastite Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So I would like to welcome you to all to this Bhagavatam class this morning. First of all, I'd like to also offer my respect to His Grace Aniruddha Prabhu, Haribo. And I would say also like Prabhuji was one of my teachers in Bhakti Shastri at the VIH in Vrindavan. And he was teaching the nectar instruction. One of the best teachers I had at the VIH in Vrindavan. So grateful. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. And yes, such a wonderful place. And I can see some dynamism here in Melbourne. Of course, all over in Australia. This is my first visit here, over here. And Hare Krishna. So, I would like to tell a little bit about the background of that story here. Because this is, here now, Yayati is telling the story of the he-goat and the she-goat corresponding to his own story. How he became entangled in that, Although he was dharmic also, Yayati. He was not really sense-gratifying, he was also dharmic, but he was caught in that situation. In the beginning when Devayani Sarmishta, they went to one place, very beautiful garden with lakes, beautiful lakes and trees and flowers and mountain. The aroma was so enticing, very nice. And then they saw the river. Actually, they were not planning to take bath. Otherwise, they would have bring their swimming clothes. Right? They did not bring, so they just decided on the spot because the atmosphere was so enticing. Right? Nice flowers, aroma, and then they saw the beautiful lake. And then they decided to, was Devani Sarmishta and with other girl also. Many other girls came. And then they got into the water. But then they did not bring any clothes. And they were in the water naked. They were just bathing or swimming, whatever they were doing. And suddenly Lord Shiva appeared on his Nandi. Lord Shiva's Nandi is very, very quick, very fast. Speed. He explained that he can travel at the speed of the mind. He went faster than the mind. Lord Shiva's Nandi. He just appeared there. And they saw Lord Shiva's coming, and then they were bewildered to know what to do, because if they remain like that naked, they might be cursed, We've seen in Bhagavatam many places like Narakuvara, Manigriva, they were cursed by Narad Muni. They were so intoxicated that they were cursed. Even the other ladies told them, please get up and get your dress. Narad Muni is coming. They were so intoxicated they did not pay any heed. And finally they were cursed. So they were also afraid that could be cursed by Lord Shiva. Immediately they got out. And then by mistake, Devayani or Sarmishta put on, because it was so quick, Shiva is coming. She was wearing the dress of Devayani, and Devayani, by mistake, was wearing the dress of Sarmishta. And then Devayani, when she was looking at her dress, she became so extremely upset and started to chastise Sarmishta. Who do you think you are? We are Brahmanas. Because she's a daughter of Sukracharya. And Sukracharya, he's from the descendant of Bhrigu Muni. Bhrigu Muni, who was sent to find out who is the Supreme Lord. Bhrigu Muni went to Lord Brahma first, but Brahma failed. He cannot be God. Brahma became, he did not offer obeisances to Brahma. Brahma was not happy about it. So he said, this is not God. And then he went to Lord Shiva. Shiva was happy to see him. Shiva was going to embrace her. Stop it! Did you take bath? You see how you look like, full of ashes, dirty. And Lord Shiva was very upset. He's Ashutosh, but he's also can become upset very quickly to his Trishul and chasing Bhrigu Muni. But then Bhrigu Muni came to Lord Vishnu to test Lord Vishnu. He just came without knocking, without nothing. He just came and bang onto his chest, Vishnu's chest. And Vishnu said, did you get hurt? My chest hard like stone. Did you get hurt? And then Bhrigu Muni understood this must be the Supreme Lord. And he went back and he told them, Lord Vishnu is the Supreme Lord. So this Sukracharya is coming from Bhrigu Muni, very, Brahmanical. So she said, we are Brahmanas, Devayani. And Brahmanas, Vishnu likes to eat through the mouths of the Brahmanas. Right? She's telling philosophy. And we are Brahmanas. So we are representation of God. And just see what you have done, wearing my clothes. Sarmishta is a Kshatriya, right? A bit of a lower caste in Kshatriya. So we are Brahmanas. And your father or your descent depend upon Brahmanas, blessing of Brahmanas. Why did you wear my dress? She was continuously chastising Sarmishta. And Sarmishta had to hear so much of that. And she also became very angry. And she started to also chastise. Because Devayani told Sarmishta, your descendant, your family, yourself, you're just like a dog. You know when Brahmanas, they are doing yajna, they keep the ghee. Sometimes the dog comes and like to eat the ghee. So you're like dog who want to eat the ghee of the Brahmanas prepared for the yajna. Sarmishta has to hear all this. So, and then Sarmishta could not bear it. She also in turn started to chastise Devayani. Of course, she should not have told that. Because what Devayani was saying is good. It means she was glorifying Lord Vishnu. But Brahmanas are very dear. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Guru Brahmana Ditaya Chadagita Eksnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. But Sarmishta also became very upset and she started to chastise Devayani. You are beggars. Brahmanas are beggars. And Brahmanas come and beg at the house of my father. Because Kshatriya, they maintain, right? Kshatriya maintain. They maintain the Brahmanas. So you are begging, you are like beggars. And Sarmishta became so upset. There was a well there. And just pushed Devayani into that well. And she fell into that well. Very angry, very angry. And the story how King Yayati was passing there, and he came and he saw that Devayani in the well, and he just helped to get her out. Of course, he had to hold the hand of Devayani and pull her back. And now Devayani is saying that, now you have helped me to get out, and you have hold my hand, and no one else can marry me except you. You have to marry me now, because you've hold my hand, and I'm giving my heart to you. You have to get married to me. But Yayati did not say yes, yes. He said, no, I can't do that. You are born from Brahmana. I'm a Kshatriya, and this is against dharma. And this question was asked by Parishit Maharaj. In fact, he asked about this pratiloma and anuloma wedding. Like a Brahmana girl can marry Kshatriya. No, sorry. A Brahmana man can marry a Kshatriya girl. That is fine. But a Brahmana girl cannot marry a Kshatriya man. That is pratiloma. That's anuloma and pratiloma. That question was asked by Shukadeva Goswami. One of the questions he asked. Why was this like this? This is against dharma. But here, that's why Yayati is saying, no, you cannot marry me because you are higher class. You are from Sukracharya, Brahmana. I cannot marry you. But then Devayani said, no, I cannot marry to any Brahmana. I cannot marry to any Brahmana because I was cursed. I was cursed to never be able to get married to a Brahmana. Yes, there was one Kutch sage, and he was the students of Sukracharya. He was learned. But Devayani wanted to marry him. And Devayani proposed him that I wish to marry you. You have to get married to me. And that sage said, how can I do that? I am the student of your father. I can't do that. No way. You know. And then Devayani has cursed him. Cursed. Many curse and counter-curse in Bhagavatam. She cursed that all the knowledge that you have assimilated, all the knowledge that you have received from my father, that will be spoiled. That will be doomed. You're going to forget all the knowledge that you received from my father. And then, in return, that sage also cursed Devayani. And my curse to you, I'm cursing you that you will never get married to any Brahmana. Right? So this is why here Devayani is saying to Yayati, I can't marry to any Brahmana. So you have to marry me. And then Yayati was thinking at one point, he was saying, he understood, but then his heart was getting very affectionate to Devayani. Slowly, his mind was thinking of Devayani. He's slowly getting attached to Devayani. You know, in those days of this time, because they were so pure, that whatever the mind tells them, they will accept that, because they'll see that this is God's arrangement. Right? You're thinking this must be God. And Devayani also is saying, this is God's arrangement that we have come. You know, this is God's arrangement, you have to accept me, marry me. And Yayati also thinking, my mind now is getting a bit closer to her. So this is maybe God's arrangement, then what to do? I will accept you, yes. But then he said, only if your father agrees. Only if Sukracharya agreed, and then I'll marry you. It's good, right? Good understanding. And he did not touch her at all. You know, Yati did not touch Devayani at all until your father agrees. You know, and then Devayani went home to her father, Sukracharya, and she was crying and crying and crying and crying, not stopping, non-stop, because she wanted the attention of her father. She was crying and crying for the. Why are you crying? Sukracharya asked. Why are you crying? See what happened. We went to that place, to that garden, and we were taking bath, and Lord Shiva came, and then we came out, and then we were mixed up with the clothes, and Sarmishta had been wearing my clothes, a low-class person. Look, and she was still with Sarmishta's clothes, Devayani. She was still with that. And the same color, almost same color, and she was still wearing that Sarmishta's clothes on her. Just see, you know. And then she pushed me into the well. I fell into the well, you know. And then the king came. You know, the king came to support me, to help me. But Father, you must punish Sarmishta. You know. And then Sukracharya went to see Sarmishta's father. What's the name? Huh? Vishwaparva, yes, Vishwaparva. He went to Vishwaparva and told Vishwaparva everything what is happening, what has happened. You know. So Vishwaparva is also a follower of, is a disciple, I would say, of Sukracharya, and he has to become humble, and he has to accept what Sukracharya will tell. So this is your daughter did that to my daughter. She needed punishment. Right? And father said, yes. How would you punish her? And Sukracharya said, ask my daughter, Devayani. And then he asked the daughter, how do you want to punish Sarmishta? That for my wedding, I'm going to marry the king, Yayati. And she will have to come as a maidservant with all the others. Also, there were many other girls. They will have to come as maidservant and serve us. That's the punishment I want. So then they were, and then Vishwaparva agreed because he's a Sishya of ISKCON, and he had to offer his daughter as a maidservant to Devayani. And Devayani was married to Yayati, and also Sarmishta was like a maidservant in the house, in the palace. But what happened is, when Sarmishta saw that Devayani had two sons, remember the son? Yadu, Puravasu something. Yadu, two sons. She had two sons with the king, Yadu and Puravasu. And she became a little bit envious. She also wanted to have children. And then she proposed, ISKCON had warned Yayati to never get association of Sarmishta, to don't associate. That was a warning given to Yayati. But now Sarmishta had approached Yayati. I also want son. She was forbidden to associate with Sarmishta closely. And now, and Yayati was thinking, but according to Dharma, it is true that women need protection, right? Who protect them? In the beginning, the father, the parents. And when they get married, it's the husband. And when the husband is no more, then the eldest son. So his thinking was right, according to Dharma. So then he satisfied the proposal of Sarmishta. And she had 3 children. Devani had 2, Sarmishta had 3. One of them is Puru, and other 2. So one day what happened, the children, they were playing in a courtyard, these 3. And they happened to go to the courtyard of Devayani. The other 3 also, they came there. And Devayani asked, who are you? And they say, my father is King Yayati. And when Devayani was looking, and these 3 kids looked exactly like King Yayati. Her husband, and she became so angry. Immediately she left. She left home. No car, nothing, just walk. And Yayati was following her. Please, please, please. I love you really. He started to massage her feet, and he just kicked him and just left and told her father. ISKCON. And ISKCON again came in very, very angry, because that was a warning. And he started to justify the king. And immediately, right on the spot, cursing, Yayati, you're going to get an old body. You become old. Immediately, body turned into old body. So yesterday I was saying nowadays we have this syndrome, Yayati syndrome. Many people want to look younger, to be able to enjoy life, They're borrowing the usefulness of their children. They want to look younger than them and enjoy life. But then Yayati was pleading, begging for forgiveness. Look what you have done to me. I'm still young. Now your daughter is young. I've not enjoyed her. So, and look what you have done to me. Make me older. That is not good for your daughter also. And then ISKCON also start to think, yeah, that's right. He start to think that it's not right what I've done. But then, as benefit, he said, but one thing that you can do, if you find somebody to ask for his usefulness, and you give him your old age. Does that exist nowadays? It would be nice, huh? Of course, if we can do it only for service, not for sense enjoyment. Right. So then he went, he went and asked for his son. First he asked from Yadu, the elder one, Yadu. And Yadu refused. Was it right that he refused or not? Sukadeva Goswami said he was right. The other three were not right. The fifth one was okay. But second, third, fourth, they were not. The first one, he said, no, I can't exchange my body because I want to engage my body in devotional service. I want to serve the Lord. You know, if I get the old body, I won't be able to serve properly. So at this age, I want to serve. So his reason was to serve, which is right. And also the Lord was going to appear in that dynasty, right? That's why. Acharya has explained. And he asked the second one, the second said, no way. You know. The second, third, fourth refused. And Sukadeva Goswami explained sometime, you know, instead of having putra, there is mutra. Those who do not follow the instructions, do not become devotee, they are called mutra. You know mutra? Urine. But otherwise good sons are called putra here. And then he asked the last one, Puru, I think, right? Puru. Beta, can you give me your, exchange to me your youthfulness and take my old age? And Puru said, yes, Father. Why not? Because you have given me everything. Giving us food, everything. You have given me the body, this body given by you. Why not? And he gave, and I'm so ashamed. One thing he's saying that I'm very ashamed. What I'm ashamed of is you have to come and ask me. It was supposed to be my duty to do it. But I'm ashamed that you have to come and ask me that. Yes, I'm very ashamed of that. You know? Because a son, a good son is supposed to be doing even without telling. Huh? It's explained in Bhagavatam that a good son, first class son, he can do even without telling. He will do service. A second level would be someone that you have to tell. Then he will do. You know? The third category will be, even if you tell, I mean, he will do it, but with a bit of kind of bitterness. This is the third kind of, you know. And the fourth one, even if you tell, he will not do. You know. Acharya explained, this is different types of son. But here, Puru said that I'll give my body. Immediately when they accepted, immediately the body exchanged. Yati became young, and then Puru became old. You know. But in this verse here, in this purport also, is saying that how he became disgusted, although he was enjoying for thousands of years. You know, he became disgusted. He was not happy. Puru was happy, even though he was old, but he was happy when old age, because there is grace in every age, right? Don't think only when you're young you'll be happy. There are many youngsters, they are suffering. Many youngsters are also committing suicide, right? So there is grace in every age, if you know how to live. There is happiness. You know? But Puru here was happy, although he was old. And who was suffering the most? Yati, right? He became disgusted. But it's explained here that because of that, you know, all these difficulties, the problems, they actually becomes like even Arjuna, you know, he was perplexed. Prabhupada said, he was perplexed, does not know what to do. whether to fight or not to fight. Sishyasteham tam sadimam prapannam. Now I am a Sishya. I am a disciple of you, Krishna. Please tell me what to do, what not to do, what is good for me. This is perplexity. And he keeps on talking. When you say, I'm your disciple, you should stop speaking, but he keeps on talking more. So he was perplexed. So that perplexity, Prabhupada said, behoves. That perplexity in life behoves one to approach the spiritual master. Right? So all this enjoyment became disgusted, and then he re-exchanged again, and then he renounced, right? He renounced this world. That has pushed him to take to renunciation. And Prabhupada is saying also that those who do not take to renunciation, next purport, one has to actually take to renunciation. There are 4 types of ashram. What is that? Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. Right? In the next purport, Prabhupada is talking about it. One should renounce this mature world. Of course, he took to renunciation and he left. And he went. Of course, he prepared the family before going. It is mentioned in that he prepared a family, and like a bird, it's explained like a bird, make the nest and give birth to the babies, and then we started getting grown up, and then the bird leave the place and go, right? So despite of enjoying so much, because Prabhupada is also mentioning lusty desire can never be satisfied. Duspurena nalena cha. Avritama jnana metena jnanino nitya vairina. Covering one intelligence. Avrita means covering. Avritama jnana metena jnanino nitya vairina. The greatest enemy of the world. Right? And then kama rupena kunteya duspurena nalena cha. Duspurena nalena cha, which burns like fire. Can never be satiated. Can never be satiated. So, and we have taken so many millions and millions of births. Still, this lusty desires has never been satiated till now, right? Despite taking so many births. So Krishna is telling to Arjuna that curb this lust, controls the lust by regulating the senses. This is how this can be controlled, this can be curbed by engaging in devotion. The only way, by engaging in devotional service, right? So these desires, they bring more desires, they give rise to more desires, lusty desires. And the more one engages in lusty desires, it gives rise to more desires. They can never be satisfied. Prabhupada is saying, like pouring water into the petrol into the fire, it will explode more and more. Can never be satisfied, right? So, and now, this perplexity, this disgusted, now is getting realization, is going back to perform devotional service till the end of his life, to leave his body. And also Devayani also will be also going to perform devotional service till the end of their life. Let's see. Hare Krishna. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki, Śrīla Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanande. Any comments or any question? Yeah. question. Thank you. Prabhupada ki, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki, Nidai Gaur Premanande.
Vandeham Shri Guru. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,